Hey, what's going on? It's Rick here, and today I'm going to show you the Sphero app-enabled droid. This is BB-8 from the upcoming Star Wars The Force Awakens movie that comes out on December 18th of this year. Very much looking forward to that. There's been a lot of hype about this particular droid. It's going to run you a pretty penny at about $149, and there's a lot of marketing spin behind it, making it out to be the must-have gift this holiday season. Well, I picked one up. And as you'll look at the box kind of spinning around here, it's got some authentic movement to it. It does listen to your voice as well as your commands controlled via your iOS or Android device. And it also has some pretty cool features built into the app with more promise coming soon. Now let's go ahead and work on unboxing this guy. Again, this is what the box looks like, a little bit more up close. And as we take off the sticky pieces, there's two stickers on the underside. I've already removed them. You just simply lift the box up. It's got a real nice vacuum seal to it, similar to Apple products. Presentation is done really nicely on this. I mean, you're going to see that they've packaged it almost like you really are buying a true droid. Star Wars branding there along with some Sphero branding, and we just lift this guy up. It's a card, and on the flip side, it's going to tell you what you need to do to get your droid up and running as quickly as possible. There's some confusion about it from some people that I've read online, but it is pretty simple. You're going to plug that into the base, the USB cord, attach the head to the body of the BB-8 droid, and then get your app from starwars.sphero.com. Now, here it is. Looking at it up close, there is BB-8 as well as the charging base, which is an inductive charging base. So you don't need to plug anything in to the droid itself. I'll show you that in a moment. And let's go ahead and get BB-8 out of the packaging. It is a high quality product, although it's pretty small. It's about the size of a baseball, maybe a little bit bigger than a baseball, but not quite as large as a softball, I don't think. So, and it's got a nice glossy finish to it. You don't really see too many fingerprints, and it's got a very nice paint job to it, replicating, of course, BB-8, which at this time we've only seen in trailers because the movie is not out. Now here is the head of BB-8, and there's no lights on it or anything like that. It is really made out of plastic, and then the bottom side has these rollers. There's two antennae there that are more decorative than anything else, a little bit flexible. And we've got this pull tab to take the plastic wrap off, and then two wheels, and there is a magnet there which is going to keep the head on the body. But depending on what you're rolling around BB-8 on, you're going to need to take the head off and clean out those wheels from time to time, just like you did with older mice. So if you think about older PC mice, you had to do that. Well, same thing with BB-8 here. Now here is the base. This is what you're going to charge BB-8 on. And of course it's branded Star Wars. More on that in a minute. Sphero on the bottom side. Let's go ahead and remove this plastic wrapping. And it's got a nice rubberized bottom here, so it's not going to slide around on your desk. There is a button here on the side. You press that when you need to reset the charging. And there is the micro USB connector that you plug in, plug the other end into a USB charger, computer, whatever it might be, and BB-8 sits right on top, and it's going to charge him up, just as you'll see in a moment. Also inside of the packaging here, we've got this little box which is going to include just a couple of things. It's going to include a app-enabled droid card, more legal documentation, as you'll see, and then, of course, the micro USB to USB cable. That's all you're going to get inside of that box, and the cable is of decent length. I haven't measured it, but you certainly need that to charge up BB-8. That's what it looks like. And then, of course, that legal guide, which probably most of us aren't going to read, but I'll give you a quick look at it here. All right, so with BB-8 out of the box, I'm just going to set the body on my table here. We've attached the head. It magnetically attaches. We're going to get that micro USB connector, plug it into the base here, and then we'll take the other end and plug it in, as I mentioned, to a computer, to a USB wall charger, whatever it might be. Set BB-8 right on top, and he will start charging. Now, one of the first things you'll notice is he kind of gets used to an environment here. He's going to look around. You're going to hear some grinding noises. The motors in the inside move around. I'm turning off the lights so you can see that we get some lights on the body of BB-8, and then those 3 blue lights in the front will flash as it's charging, and when it's completely charged, they stay solid. Now, here is the app. So again, you'll go to starwars.sphero.com. It'll redirect you to the App Store, depending on what you're using, and you can download it. And it has some nice Star Wars fanfare at the beginning here. BB-8 kind of slides into view, and you'll have the capability to connect to BB-8. I find it works easiest if you hold your device right above BB-8's head. It'll initialize, it'll connect. What I'm not showing you here, first time I did it, it required a firmware update, and then you can go into the different features of drive, message, which is holographic messages, patrol, where he sends out on his own, and some settings here. So that's really the gist of it here. I will show you some footage now of BB-8 kind of just being controlled via my app on my iPhone 6 Plus. And just have fun watching it. You'll get an idea for what this guy can do. And before I let you sit back and just watch and listen, a couple of final things here about BB-8. The only lights on it are on that base portion, and that's the only time you're going to see lights. The app itself will allow you to control them, move them around. The holographic piece that I didn't show you is basically simple. It's just basically going to use augmented reality, so you'll be able to see BB-8 in your iPhone, your Android device, and it'll kind of project a holographic image from Star Wars or one that you can create your own. The little blue flashing light that you see that goes around the spear is going to tell you what direction he'll move when you choose to move him. And so that gives you some guidance there as well. Now, BB-8 is not going to make sounds on his own. The sounds that you hear of BB-8 will come from the app. So that is a little bit of a bummer. He does roll on carpet, and you can see the length of my carpet here. And he's going to roll not as fast as if he would on hardwood, tile, or a flat surface. But it really is a neat sort of product here, and I gotta say I like it quite a bit. It works very well for what it is. It is a little bit pricey. You're paying, I think, a little bit for the technology as well as the Star Wars branding and the hype here. And we'll see what Sphero can do with this. They've made some promises about some new functionality coming very soon to this little guy, so we'll see what that means. But for you Star Wars fans, it's definitely one that maybe you want to take a look at, especially considering that it might be a hard one to come by this holiday season. That's a look at BB-8. I picked him up. Enjoy kind of the footage I captured of him rolling around here, with a special appearance by my ultimate Wally as well. So if you guys have questions, comments, or feedback, feel free to leave them down below. Thanks for watching this longer video this time. Just wanted to have fun with it and hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I'll catch you guys next time.